Good morning. Welcome to morning stretch. We are doing low and slow. Thursdays are always low and slow because I think it's nice to restore and kind of ground down a little bit before the weekend. But use it anytime. Like if you're having kind of a hard week, this is a good sequence. So we say low and slow. I call it my El Camino sequence. I change it up every Thursday, but we try to keep everything grounded. I try to get you to breathe through the postures a little bit longer. And we rarely do standing poses in this class. We are going to do down dog. There will be some challenging poses. You do need a block and a strap this morning. So I tried to post that. If you don't have a block, it's fine. I was just going to do assisted bridge this morning. So if you don't have a block, it's fine. You could also try a dense pillow and then strap anything, you know, tie, a robe, whatever. Not a robe, but you know, the tie of a robe. I can't speak because I was up too late last night. I didn't get enough rest. So, all right. I think everybody that's coming is coming. Good morning, Amelia. I'm impressed, Ami. Okay. Good morning. Let's start in our seated posture. So cross-legged or release the legs out in front of you. Find those sit bones so that we can ground down the lower part of our body and release the top of the head up towards the sky. So pretty standard start to our sequence. Just start getting yourself ready for the day. So take a few moments for yourself. Take the next 45, 50 minutes for yourself. And then just start softening. So as you're starting to release the legs towards the ground, still feel those sit bones or the bones in the hips that are connected with the earth. So as you kind of just sit back and round the spine, you may not feel that connection. So lengthen the spine, and it almost tilts the pelvis so that you can really feel those sit bones grounded. And then soften the legs towards the mat. Lengthen that spine, maybe draw that chin towards the chest just a tiny bit, and then draw shoulders over the hips. Soften the shoulders away. So as for the whole sequence, if you feel the shoulders reaching up towards the ear, really lower the shoulders, maybe bring the shoulder blades together just a little bit. A little bit of a core engagement. And then your choice. If you are grounding completely today, palms down or fingertips to the earth, or you can always receive a little bit of energy, get that spirit moving for the day. So palms facing up, if that's what you would like to choose. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. 3 more times. One more time, deep breath in and sigh. Invite the lips to close, but separate the top and bottom teeth and release the tongue from the top of the mouth. Soften that jaw. Soften the skin of the forehead. Soften the skin of the cheeks. And notice. Scanning from the top of the head all the way to the bottoms of the feet. Notice how the body is feeling today. Notice how the spirit's feeling. Maybe you're dreading the day a little bit. Maybe you've got too much to do. Or maybe you're already kind of breathing in the blessings. No judgment. Just notice. Notice where you are today. See if you can notice the vibration of the body in the palms of the hands or even in the soles of the feet. Still grounding down the legs towards the earth and lengthening that spine, raising that top of the head up towards the sky. Start bringing intentional breath into the body. Deep breath in through the nose. Fill the stomach, expand the ribs, sip into the chest, hold at the top. So see where you are for the first breath, draining from the chest, the ribs, drawing the belly button in towards the backbone. And then on the second deep breath, see if you can lengthen. So maybe it's a 4-second inhale. Nice and slow. Just slow everything down. Holding at the top. Long, slow exhale. Maybe to a count of 4 or 5. Holding at the bottom. 3 more times. Slowly inhaling, holding at the top. Exhaling, drain the breath from the chest, the ribs, draw the belly button in towards the backbone. Keeping your alignment. Smoothly and slowly inhaling through the nose, holding at the top. Long, slow exhale to release. 2 more times. See if you can slow it down even more. Keeping the jaw soft. 1 more deep breath. Make this the longest breath, maybe 5-second inhale. Holding at the top. Exhale, drain the breath. Holding at the bottom. And then release to a neutral breath. If you feel like you need to switch positions for the legs, go ahead and switch which leg is in front, and then slowly draw that chin to the chest. If you hold tension in the neck, and you can already feel that nice stretch, go ahead and use your chin. Slowly draw the chin up towards one shoulder and then the other. One more deep breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, come back to neutral. So raise the head right back up to neutral, and then lower left ear to left shoulder. Bring fingertips down towards the earth. Walk the right fingertips away from the body. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can sweep the left arm up and over, and just a light fingertip touch to the side of the head, just to open up a little bit more. On the next exhale, release the head back to neutral, lengthen the spine, plant the left hand, sweep the right arm up and over. Maybe you start to shine that chest up towards the sky, opening the heart and chest. Core is engaged, jaw is soft. On the next exhale, come back up to neutral. Reset the spine in alignment, and then lower right ear to right shoulder. Fingertips are connected with the earth. Walk the left fingertips away from the body. Shoulders released. Planting the right hand, sweeping the left arm up and over. Maybe shining the chest up towards the sky. One more deep breath. On the exhale, slowly come back to neutral. Sweep both arms up and over, palms pressed together. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, lengthen the arms above. Open the palms. Bring the fingertips in front. Nice long spine, hinging at the hips. And then walking the hands away from the body. And then walking the hands off to the right hand side, left hand on top of right. So feeling that side stretch, but also starting to feel the hips warming up. On the next exhale, coming back through center. Maybe releasing to the forearms. Try to keep a nice long spine. Sit bones are connected. On the next exhale, walk the hands to the left hand side, right hand on top of left. Deep inhales and exhales. With each exhale, we lower, we release just a little bit more. to center, release to the forearms, and then plant the left hand, release the right arm up and over into a seated twist. On the next exhale, release the right arm down, switching sides, so release the left arm up towards the sky. And release. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Release all the way up. Extend right leg long. So this might be, you might want to get your strap handy for this one. So if you prefer using the strap, we always put the strap around the ball of the foot. And your choice. So you can do this without. If you don't have a strap, it's totally fine. So just the important thing is finding the sit bones connected. And when we have our sit bones connected and our core is engaged, it helps for the knee and the toes to stay released towards the sky. So we don't want to overextend and lose that knee and the foot off to the side, because then it brings strain to the hip. So sweep the arms up and over, and then on the exhale, after we lengthen that torso, lengthen that spine, draw the right elbow in to the inside of the right knee, release the right forearm down, stretching the left arm overhead. On the next exhale, coming back up, and then turning the torso towards the knee. This is when you can use the strap. So torso is lengthened and then twisted towards the knee, and then coming down. But again, you can do this without the strap. Just bring fingertips to either side of the knee. Hinging at the hips, we keep a long spine. So it's bringing a twist, but we still have the core engaged and the length in the spine. Shoulders released, jaw is soft. On the next exhale, slowly rise. Use the strength of the hands to bring that right knee in and extend left leg long. Switching to the other side, find those sit bones. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over. Core is engaged, shoulders released. Release the left elbow to the inside of the left leg. Release the left forearm. Sweep the right arm up and over. So really feel the reattachment of that right sit bone. So as we're lengthening and stretching, still release that right sit bone back towards the earth. Left knee and left toes are pointed up. Jaw stays soft so you can breathe. On the next exhale, we rise. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And on the exhale, turn the torso towards the knee. Grab your strap if you're using it. Otherwise, hinging at the hips and leaning forward. Shoulders released. So the props, the strap, sometimes it helps us to, get a little bit closer to the posture, and sometimes it deepens the posture. So this one is one that definitely deepens the posture. One more breath. On the exhale, we rise. And then slowly release both legs for a wide-legged pose. The important thing is finding those sit bones. So if you need to make your straddle just a little bit more shallow, no shame in that game. We want knees and toes pointed up. Sit bones are connected. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Shoulders released. Exhale, bring the fingertips in front. And then just slowly walk the fingertips away from the body. Only go as far as it feels good. We're still, we're still warming up. We're just waking up for most of us. Nice long spine. See where it feels good. One more breath in through the nose, long, slow exhale, plant the palms, release the chin to the chest, roll all the way up, and then use the strength of both hands to draw the knees in. Give yourself a little hug, maybe a kind word. And then release knees underneath the body. Coming into our tabletop and cat-cow. So shoulders over the wrists, hips over knees, and then let's just do tabletop circle here. Warming up those wrists. And the other direction. And then come to neutral. Take a deep breath in through the nose, nice long spine, engage the core. On the exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Start to curl the spine, feel each vertebrae. Stacking one on top of the other, release the chin to the chest. So coming into cat pose. And then on the inhale, reverse the direction, so scoop the spine, but almost articulate the spine one vertebrae at a time, coming into cow pose. So really feeling kind of that chain link of the spine. Exhale, we round, press the earth away from the body, and then inhale, reverse directions. One more time, exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. And then come to a neutral spine. If you want to warm your wrists up a little bit more, maybe bring the back of the hands to the mat one at a time so that we're not bringing too much pressure to them. Switching to the other side. And then planting the palm down. Extending right leg long, toes connected, engage the core. And then lift the right leg, toes are pointed down, hips are square, release the left arm in front for sunbird, thumb facing up. Core is engaged, jaw is soft to continue that breath. And then release the left hand down, sweep the right leg up, arch it over to the left hand side, connect those toes. Take a look back over the left shoulder. We're going to pulse slowly. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and then arch it back, up and over, toes connected. Knees release to the long edge of the mat. Release the hips down, big toes meet behind. And then walk the arms away from the body, extended child's pose. Take 5 deep breaths here. Deep inhales and exhales. After the 5th exhale, slowly coming back up into our tabletop. And extend, left leg long, so toes to meet behind, engage the core, shoulders over wrists, inhale, lift the leg, and then release the right arm long, thumb pointing up. Core is engaged, jaw is soft, continue that breath, so we're holding the pose, never holding the breath. On the next exhale, release the right arm down. Inhale, sweep the left leg up and over, arch it to the right hand side. So re-square the shoulders and then look over the right shoulder towards that left foot. Core is engaged, and then we pulse. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Follow your breath. Inhale, lift, arch it back over, release behind. Coming to tabletop. Walk the hands away from the body, coming into puppy pose. Try to stack the hips right back over the knees. And then sink everything down. So armpits, forehead sinking towards the earth. One more deep breath. And then slowly release to the forearms, stepping the legs back, coming into a low plank. Engage the core. Shoulders released, press into those heels. If it gets to be too much, lower the knees down. Deep inhales and exhales. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release the knees back down. Walk the hands to tabletop. Bring the left hand towards center, engage the core. Long spine. Exhale, release the right arm up. Eyes follow the fingertips. And then slowly thread that right hand through and underneath the left arm. Slide the left arm away from the body and then square the hips back off. So naturally the hips go off to the left-hand side when we do this. Just draw the hips back to neutral. The right side of the face is released towards the mat or even to your pillow or block. Deep inhales and exhales. Release everything down on the exhale. On the next exhale, draw the left hand towards the body and press the earth away. Bring the right hand back towards that middle. Engage the core. And then exhale, release the left arm up and thread the needle. So sending the left fingertips underneath the arm, release the face towards the mat, extend right arm long, and then draw the hips back to neutral. One more deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, slowly bring the right arm back towards the body and release back to tabletop. Core is engaged, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Coming into our tabletop hover, so engage that core. On the inhale, we lift just the knees. Tops of the feet are connected to the mat. If this feels like it's too much, you can flow with this. So lower and lift the knees, following the breath. 3 more times. And then slowly release the knees. And I invite you to take a child's pose. So either knees together, arms swept to the side, or knees released up to the long edge of the mat, arms extended into extended child's pose. One more deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, coming back to tabletop. Realigning, and then bring the handprints, one handprint in front of where they are, turn the toes under, send the hips high for downward dog. Slowly pedaling the feet out, so releasing one heel down at a time. Try to draw the ears in between the arms. The head and the neck stay soft, but eyes are kind of towards the toes or the ankles. So we don't want to bring too much strain to that neck, but try to draw the ears in between. Bend the knees where it's necessary. Send the tailbone high, fingertips, palms pressed into the mat. One more breath here. On the exhale, lift the right leg for 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee. Send that right knee up to the right wrist. Core is engaged. Coming into pigeon pose. So you may have to adjust a little bit. So with pigeon pose, we're going to release the left leg straight out of the left hip, never dumping into the right hip here. So we're keeping the torso, the shoulders released, chest and heart are open here. So even stopping right here, I'm already feeling a really good stretch. If you feel like you want to go a little bit deeper, then we keep the core engaged, keep the right hip high, and release to the forearms. If you want to go deeper than that, and there's no pain, walk the hands away, keeping the right hip away from the floor, and release forehead to the earth. Deep inhales and exhales. One more breath in through the nose. On the exhale, walk the hands back towards the body, lifting the chest, lifting the shoulders, and then turning the left toes under. Power up that left leg, and then unhinge the right, coming back to your downward dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, lift the left leg, bending the left knee, send left knee to left wrist. Right leg comes straight out of that right hip. Kind of establish the pose first. So engage the core, shoulders are released, and then invite forearms or even walking all the way out. So stay where it feels good in the body. One more deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, walk the hands back towards the body, pressing the earth away. Turn the back toes under, lifting the hips, unhinging the left leg, coming into high plank. Pressing into the ankles, into the heels, and then stacking shoulders over wrists. Core is engaged, spine is long here. Invite a low plank if that feels better. And then shifting the weight, so sending the weight from the heels, sending forward, slowly bending the elbows, coming all the way down. So belly button to the mat, one hand on top of the other, forehead to the top of the hand, bending the knees, and slow windshield wipering back and forth to release any pressure from the lower spine. And then release the legs. On the inhale, strengthen the legs. Try and draw the big toes next to each other. Engage the glutes. On the inhale, lift the toes off of the mat. See if you can lift it just a little bit higher. Core is engaged here. And then release. Sweep the arms next to the side, forehead connected to the earth. On the inhale, we're lifting just the shoulders and the chest off of the ground. Glutes and core stay engaged. Shoulders released away from the ears. Toes are still pressed together. On the next exhale, release the forehead back to the earth. Inhale, we lift everything. Inhale, lift, strengthen. Press those toes together. Energize the fingertips away from the body. Continue the breath. Holding the pose, not the breath. On the next exhale, we release. And then sweep the arms in front of the body. On the next inhale, strengthen everything. Toes pressed together. Energize. Lifting the arms off of the floor. Eyes are to the mat. Shoulders released. Core stays engaged. On the next exhale, release. One hand on top of the other, forehead released to the top of the hand. Soften the whole body down. On the next exhale, draw the hands next to the chest. Tuck the elbows in towards the body. Press the earth away. Up and over. Knees together. Release the hips to the heels into child's pose. Take 3 more deep breaths here. And then slowly coming into a seated position. Crossing right leg over left. So right knee kind of over left knee. So if this is too intense, let me see if I can turn towards you. So we have right leg crossed over the left. So I'm planting If this is too much, try extending the left leg. And then I'm going to stabilize by planting my right hand to the side and then bending the left elbow, hooking the left elbow on the outside of the right knee, and then we twist. Ooh, that felt good. I just felt my whole spine click. So planting the right hand kind of behind, looking out over the right shoulder. Deep inhales and exhales. Soften the jaw. With the twist, you might find that both sit bones are connected to the earth now. And then slowly unwind. Extend that right leg long. And then drawing the left knee, your left knee is still bent, slowly rocking side to side. And then take the top of the left foot into the crease of the right. Right knee and right toes are pointed up. Inhale, we lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. So always adjusting that foot. So sometimes the way that the foot lands on the quad, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable. So just kind of move it around, or even place the bottom of the foot on the inside of the right thigh. On the next exhale, slowly come up. Invite that right knee to bring you into half lotus. So I'll turn again. Sitting up nice and tall, feel the sit bones connected with the earth. Engage the core, find your alignment. If you want to bring a little bit deeper stretch to the left hip, then just gentle pressure here. And if it's too much, you can extend, you can bring that left foot towards the knee or even plant it right in front. One more deep breath in through the nose. And then the exhale, we release. So now crossing right leg over the left. So find that left sit bone connected. Plant the right foot onto the earth. Stack ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Nope, I think I'm doing this wrong. I got switched. All right, sorry. So left leg is crossed over the right. Left foot is planted. Okay, we're all together now. And then finding the sit bones connected, and then take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. I wasn't up late last night at all. Planting the left hand behind the body. And then as we twist, looking out over the left shoulder. And then slowly on the next exhale, unwind. So now I'm really confused. Whichever half lotus. I think I'm right. I'm going to go back to the film. This one's not going to get loaded on YouTube, I don't think. So whichever leg you did not extend the first time, I think I got myself turned around a little bit. Inhale, we lengthen. So I have I have my left foot. No, okay, I am twisted. All right. Thanks for your patience, you guys. All right, so left leg is extended long, left knee, left toes pointed up. Top of the right foot is invited to the crease of the left leg. Inhale, we lengthen, engage the core. Exhale, slowly release. One more deep breath. On the exhale, we rise and invite the left knee to bend, coming into our half lotus. Again, finding your sit bones connected and bringing ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. If you want to deepen the stretch on the right hip, then light pressure to the top of the right thigh. One more deep breath. And then slowly release. So keeping the left knee bent and drawn in. We're setting up for Heron. We're going to do one leg at a time, and then we're going to invite both. So make sure your strap is handy for either of these. So without the strap, just finding the sit bones, finding your alignment. Right knee is bent. And then clasping hands behind that right thigh, slowly start extending the right leg long. If you have a strap and you're using it, then again, just wrap the strap around the ball of the foot, and then holding onto the strap tightly, then start releasing that right leg. So keeping the alignment, keeping the sit bones connected. So maybe the knee doesn't straighten. That's okay. It's a new one. I don't think we've done this one before. And then exhale, slowly release, setting up for the other side. So this time, bending the right knee, bringing the right foot in towards the hips. Find the sit bones. Again, without the strap, we're going to clasp hands behind the left thigh and then slowly extend. But you can always go deeper if you have a strap. So this one is definitely, instead of making it an easier approach, it actually deepens the stretch. Shoulders are released, core engaged. Core stays engaged for most everything just to protect that lower spine. One more deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, we release, setting up for double heron. So without straps, with double heron, the way I always approach it is I take these fingers around each big toe and then extend one leg up and then the other. So you're really kind of balancing off of the sit bones, shoulders released, core is engaged. And then to do it with the strap, kind of the same thing. I start with one, engage the core, and then invite the other foot up. So a little bit of a different stretch. One is a little, without the strap, it feels like it's more of a balance. And with the strap, it feels a little bit like a more deep stretch. Shoulders are released, core stays engaged. Jaw is soft to continue the flow of the breath. So we hold the pose, not the breath. One more deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, slowly lower. Extend both legs long. Coming into a seated forward fold. Find those sit bones. And this is the one that I've been teaching if you bend the knees and wrap the arms around. So if you're a runner or if you do a lot of sitting for work, you might have really tight hip flexors and hamstrings. So this is a little bit more gentle approach to hold, like bring the arms hugging underneath the legs. If your hamstrings and your hip flexors are fine, find the sit bones. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, reaching away from the body. Knees and toes pointed up. And then once you start to feel the torso relax on top of the thighs, then release the arms down. Soften that jaw. Deep inhales and exhales. One more deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, release the chin to the chest and roll all the way up and grab your block. If you don't have a block or a dense pillow, we'll just do bridge without. It's fine. I'm going to cue both of it. So release down to the back, planting the feet on the mat. Bring those heels in as close to the hips as you can. So we're going to start with baby bridge, and baby bridge is really just shoulders planted, and then feel the small of your back connected, so no space, no arch in that lower spine. Engage the core. The weight of the body is going to be in the bottoms of the feet and in the shoulders, never in the head, never in the neck. So we keep neck and head still. So with baby bridge, all we're doing is we're engaging the core and engaging the pelvic floor and tilting the hips, so tilting that pelvis up. So you can flow with this or hold for 5 breaths. So it's probably, if you peek at the screen, you probably can't see a whole lot of difference. But the core is engaged, the pelvic floor is engaged, and the pelvis just tilts up off of the mat. One more deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, slowly lower. So our next inhale, we're going to peel the hips off of the floor, coming into our bridge. We're going to do an assisted bridge. So if you have a yoga block, either try the lowest setting or the medium setting. Rarely do we use the high setting for this. I typically use the medium setting, and we're looking to place the block at our sacrum. So not the tailbone, not the lower back, so not that small of the back. We're looking for the space in between. When you lower the hips to the block, it should feel really good. It should feel like a really nice lower back release. If it doesn't feel good, kind of move the block around until you find it, because I can't see you. So on the inhale, peel the hips off of the ground. You might even have to come up on tiptoes to bring that block underneath. On the exhale, slowly release the hips to the block or to your pillow. And if the pillow isn't dense enough, try and fold it up, because this one feels really good. Release the arms to the side. Heels are still tucked in near where the hips are. Shoulders are released. Hopefully this feels like an amazing release in the lower spine. Deep inhales and exhales. With each exhale, soften the body just a little bit more. One more deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, rise up onto the toes, release the block, and then slowly release one vertebrae at a time all the way to the mat. Draw the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a hug, and then circle in one direction and the other. Crossing the right leg over the left, draw both knees in towards the body. And then uncross the legs, bring the knees in towards the chest, open the arms up into a T, release the knees to the left-hand side, looking out over the right. To deepen the stretch, we bring a hand to the top of the legs or extend the legs long. One more breath. On the exhale, draw the knees back to neutral, reset the spine, and then crossing left leg over right, draw the knees in towards the body. Uncross the legs, draw the knees in towards the chest, open the arms, release the knees to the right-hand side, looking out over the left. Maybe deepening the stretch by bringing a hand to the top of the thighs or extending the legs long. One more deep breath. On the exhale, draw the knees back to neutral, reset the spine, and then release the bottoms of the feet up towards the sky. Fingertips underneath the hips, and then slowly lower the legs all the way down. Once the heels connect with the earth, release the fingertips, soften the body, release the shoulders away from the ears. Arms next to the body, palms facing up. Allow the feet to naturally open and invite the eyes to close. Soften the bottoms of the feet and the tops of the feet. Release each toe one at a time. Release any tension from the lower legs and the knees. Soften the upper legs. Release the hips. Release any tension from the stomach, from the lower spine. Release the upper spine. Press the shoulders into the earth, opening the heart and the shoulders, the chest just a little bit more, and then soften to release. Release any tension from the arms. Feel the vibration of the body in the palms of the hands, and release each finger one at a time. Release any tension from the neck. Soften the jaw. Release the cheeks, the ears, the eyes, the forehead. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, release from the top of the head, washing over the body and through the bottoms of the feet. For just a few moments, I'll let you rest, and then you'll hear my voice again. Start to hear the sound of my voice, start bringing awareness back to your space. Invite small movement into the fingers and toes. Maybe take a stretch overhead. As you feel ready, slowly rolling to one side, keeping your eyes closed. With your eyes closed, maybe draw the knees in towards the chest just a little bit. Allow the body to soften. Invite gratitude in for everything the physical body is able to do, everything the physical body is trying to do. And gratitude for everything that the physical body does for us without our conscious awareness. Invite gratitude in for our mind, our ability to be still, when it's usually in our nature to not be still all the time. Understand and respect that that stillness helps us to create a pause, to stop and think before we speak and think before we act, allowing a little bit more peace and patience and understanding, a little bit more kindness and justice into our own world as we extend that out into our communities. Understanding that that peace that we so desire begins with us choosing it, choosing the actions that allow it. I invite you to sit with your stillness, sit with the breath. When things start feeling a little untethered or out of control, remember we have this beautiful gift of breath that calms us. The 3-part breath that we practice usually at the beginning of yoga. 5 times. Deep breath in through the nose, filling the stomach, filling the ribs, expanding, sipping into the chest. Slow exhale from the chest, the ribs, drawing the belly button into the backbone. 5 of those can reset the central nervous system, helps us to calm. Use the breath. Bring that peace into your life. Allow that peace to flow outwards. You are beautifully and perfectly made exactly the way that you are. Invite yourself to show up vulnerably and authentically. Give permission permission to those around you to be authentic. As you feel ready, slowly join me in a seated position to close our practice today. Taking your time, inviting those fingertips to the earth to feel grounded one last time. And then opening the hands up towards the sky on the inhale. Collect this beautiful energy you helped create into the palms of your hands. Exhale to heart center, thumbs to the heart to remind us we are all connected by no mistake. And because we're all connected by no mistake, we are never alone. So may you be safe today, may you be well, may you be at ease, and may you know peace. Namaste, the light in me honors the light in you.